Hey everybody tuning in to my Tegu content on YouTube. I appreciate you. Consider hitting the like button and so videos can be shared with more people and I can become hopefully more popular and share more information about my Tegus. But here today I'm with Sassy. Sassy is my female red Tegu, Argentine Tegu. And I think I got a cool video. She doesn't necessarily like to be held, so we're going to run out of time here before she wants down. But I think I have a cool video. I'm not going to go into just immediately what I'm going to do, but the topic is, basically my Tegus, and maybe your Tegus, and likely everybody's Tegus, and she's covering up my mic, so my Tegus, I'm going to speak from mine because I don't know about yours, but I can just assume, excuse me, that my Tegus have gotten really lazy, They sleep late. They don't have an urgency to do anything. They're slow kind of to move around, sometimes. They just, when they have everything handed to them, and I'm glad she's being still. And being nice, but everything handed to them. Food is handed to them, water's handed to them. They don't have any predators. They know they have a place to sleep. The temperature is not too cold and it doesn't get too hot. Everything's perfect, at least for mine, and hopefully for your Tegus. They get lazy, and and that's understandable. Just like humans, like we did during this last 2 years of the pandemic, especially me, with not working, not working for me for like 2 years, but for some people a year to a year and a half. We slept more, I slept more, and I just became more lethargic. I ate more, I became less healthy. I probably lost, endurance and my body muscles, just, worn as up to par, because I sat in bed and slept a lot later and ate more. We're just having things handed to us and not being as active. When these reptiles are out in the wild, they're searching for food every day and water, and they're predators. They have to be really high alert for predators that want to eat them or hurt them. They're foraging in the dirt and they're climbing, and but I won't dwell on this too long because the video will be too long. But today I think it's important, and I try to do this often. I try to give my Tegus logs to climb on and rocks to go, put their head into and go see what's going on in the rocks. Limbs, dirt, they like to dig, and in another room I have things they can climb on, and I put new things in there so they can experience going up and down things, falling off things, a little makeshift sandbox that I've turned into a pond. They can go into the water. They have a lot of things to maybe pique their interest. So today I'm going to spill the beans, but let me transition to that right now. Sassy's being such a good girl. I don't know. I think she's still half asleep because they sleep till 2, 3, 4, and they don't have to get up. There's no rush. But hang tight. If you're following my videos, and I think most people, if you have Tegus, you should. I just make a lot of content about my Tegus. If it's just my personality that sucks or something like that, and you just don't like me, I understand that. That's easy enough, and you don't want to tune in, or you don't think the content's good, but hopefully it is. But today, if you follow my channel, like I have so much, I think, valuable content. I made a large order, a $240 order of whole prey. I bought some maybe month-old chickens, maybe a couple week-old. I just don't know. I don't raise chickens, and I'm not around chickens. But 2-week-old chicken, 3-week-old chickens. But I have one today. I've fed Mac and Sassy little parts of the chicken, and I fed Mac this whole chicken. Oh, this one's smelling a little ripe now. You got to thaw them out because they come frozen. But let me just show you. This is what little chicken looks like. Oh, almost dropped it. Woo! But you know, they got wings and they don't have a lot of feathers. I clipped the feathers off the wings. You know, Sassy is going to probably eat the wings and the legs, or the thighs, or you know, whatever you call that, the drumstick. The Rodent Pro, where I get these, they cut the feet off. You know, maybe they sell those too and get extra money for those. But there's the chicken. So what I'm gonna do, I gotta wash my hands. I mean, it's smelling, you know, a little not so fresh because I leave it overnight to thaw out. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take Mac and Sassy into the garage. I'm gonna move my car out, and I'm gonna hold this up with maybe some pliers by the neck because I don't want to have my hands near their mouths. But I'm gonna first let Sassy go at it. Hopefully she will, because you know, in the wild they will find something larger than they can eat, and they got to be able to kind of tear that apart so they can eat it. But I want to get them involved where they're thrashing around, they're expending energy. There's a little bit of you know, play going on, not play, but get them enthusiastic and get them some activity. So that's what we're going to do today. So cool for Mac and Sassy to do this. And so we're going to do this now. I'm going to hold the chicken up in the air a little bit and get her attention, and hopefully she'll rip at it and rip the legs off and the wings. So here we go. I'm gonna put a glove on just in case, to protect my hand, and I'm gonna use just a pair of pliers to hold the chicken, and then we're gonna see what she does. Let me angle the camera down. So far, not a lot of damage. Hopefully she'll latch onto one of those wings. Come on, Sassy, rip it off. Rip it off. Get it. Looks like she's getting tired. I'm telling you, Tegu's just sitting in the house and having life super easy. Really takes a lot of their fight out of them. And I think, you know, that's why, you know, Tegus might be healthier in the wild, because they have enthusiasm, and it looks like she's breathing hard. And we haven't been doing this. Shake it, rip it, Sassy. There you go, get it. Rip it, show me you can do it. Come on, you almost got it, get it. Ow, don't get my hand, see? Luckily, I had my gloves on. Come on, Sassy, get that wing. Come on. Well, she's tearing the skin open. Where's a good rip? You got it. Come on, Sassy. Not getting a lot of traction because we're on the concrete, or the smooth concrete. Get that chicken leg right there. You can pull that leg off. Don't. I'm gonna go in and get some shears, and then put this down and let her eat some smaller pieces. She seems to be getting frustrated, which is kind of unusual, but we'll put this back up and come back here in just a second when I get something to allow me to cut. It's warm here in the garage, but one thing I've noticed and I want to pass along is that when Mac and Sassy have eaten these chicken parts, they poop very little of it out. And I just think that's interesting, because when they eat a rat or a mouse, There's like a a percentage, an inch and a half long of a cigar that comes out that's pretty dark colored, and then some smaller whitish yellow, probably little calcium, deposits, but when they eat this chicken or have eaten this past chicken, they poop very, very little. They don't poop any solid big portion out like they do the mouse or the rat. So it looks like they're consuming a lot more of the chicken and their body's processing. And I find that very interesting. That it may be just better to feed them chicken. It's easier for them to process. So I think that's important. In tune with my Tegu's poop, my dog's poop, typically, because that's how you can dictate their health. It's not because I like poop, but you can tell a lot about an animal with their color of their pee and how much they're peeing and their waste. So I think that's important to note, and I just want to bring that in the video. But here, Sassy's looking a little bit more interested. Come here, Sasser. Sasser. Well, so she's going to go over and eat that in peace. There she's eating that, a little bit of privacy. So she ate the head. Let's see if we can get her back out. Come here, Sasser. Crazy that it's difficult to feed. I'm having to baby them. See, they get fed and have everything handed to them. It's like, I can wait to eat that. No big deal. But that's Sassy, and I'm going to bring out Max. You see I'm sweating. It's probably about 95 degrees here in the garage. Entertaining. It wasn't as cool as I thought it would be because they're just not as aggressive towards their food as they act sometimes, but what can you do? Mac doesn't have any urgency to get up and search for food, but there's little pieces of chicken around and some mess left from Sassy's little escapade. But let's see what Mac will do. Mac is not wide awake and not super warm, so I don't expect much aggression, towards the food. If these were kept outside and it's 95 degrees today, then Mac would definitely have more enthusiasm to eat this. And they also they get fed all the time, and so there's no urgency to eat like it's going to be their last meal. Come on, Mac. Make sure I don't get splashed in chicken blood. Pull on it. Gross. Ugh. I mean, this is, it's gross for some and it may turn some off, but it's just the reality of life. I don't like killing animals at all, and I don't even like killing mice and rats, and that's why I primarily shifted to buying frozen, farm-raised, frozen It's just because I don't have to see it. It's just like me. I'm a meat eater. Cow hamburger and different things. But I don't have to see that, so it's kind of like out of my mind, and it's just I see a burger when I eat. But this is so good for them because they get blood, they get skin, they get the organs. There's so many things that I can't even discuss. What they're getting from the different organs and all the different parts of a whole prey item. So very key, and I think essential that they get whole prey items, maybe, minimally, maybe a couple times a month, and then, substitute fruit and vegetables and other things, fish, the rest of the time. But it's hanging out both sides of his mouth. But he'll get that down. But we're in the garage, so I don't have much cleanup, so much better. Mac, can you not get that in your mouth right there? But I'm going to have to give them a bath because I don't really, I handle them quite a bit, and I don't really want to, the possibility of salmonella and, chicken parts on me or parts of my furniture. So they'll both get a bath and get a washing because they're walking around in it. But that's it. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know, that you like some of my content. Feel free. I mean, I enjoy comments. Tell me about your Tegu experience, what you think. Tell me politely if you think I'm doing something wrong, and we can discuss it. But other than that, I appreciate it. And, man, thanks for watching. And hopefully you learned something or you can teach me something, okay? Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, bye-bye.